Yo Dorkian, your fly's down again. Trying to impress your imaginary girlfriend? He probably talks to anime pillows at night. Careful guys, he might shoot laser beams from those Coke bottle glasses. They shoved me into lockers, dumped my lunch, drew crude cartoons of me on the chalkboard. Once, they replaced my asthma inhaler with whipped cream. Another time, Logan tricked me into thinking I'd been nominated for the Honor Society. I got all dressed up. When I arrived at the auditorium, the doors were locked. A janitor found me hours later, sitting on the steps, humiliated. Oops, wrong night, Dorkian. Guess you're not honor material. They even humiliated me during a school talent show, signed me up without my consent, labeled me as a comic relief mime. I was booed off stage before I even started. They once held me down in the locker room and drew cartoon fangs on my face with permanent marker. Logan stood over me laughing. Now the freak looks how he feels, like a monster. Hi, my name is Dorian Wells. You're probably wondering why I'm telling you this story. Well, because it needs to be told. Not for pity, not for sympathy, but because some scars don't fade. They fester in silence, until one day they find the light. I used to believe people change. That time softens cruelty. But some people don't change. They evolve. Their fangs just get sharper. Let me tell you what happened years back. Back when I was just a scared kid. Back when I was bullied so viciously, I didn't think I'd survive. Because understanding what happened to me then is the only way to understand what I did now. It was October, the year I turned 13. The fire evacuation drill had been announced that morning. Standard stuff. Line up. Exit calmly. Reassemble on the field. Everyone knew the drill. But not everyone played fair. I was what you'd call the quiet kid. Wore oversized glasses. Stuttered when I was nervous. Loved comic books. And was, unfortunately, the favorite target of Logan Mercer. Logan. Tall, handsome, with a smile that fooled teachers and melted cheerleaders. But he was venom inside. And he had a pack. Tyler, Ben, and Sean, each more brainless than the last. Yo Dorkian, your fly's down again. Trying to impress your imaginary girlfriend? He probably talks to anime pillows at night. Careful guys, he might shoot laser beams from those Coke bottle glasses. They shoved me into lockers, dumped my lunch, drew crude cartoons of me on the chalkboard. Once, they replaced my asthma inhaler with whipped cream. Another time, Logan tricked me into thinking I'd been nominated for the Honor Society. I got all dressed up. When I arrived at the auditorium, the doors were locked. A janitor found me hours later, sitting on the steps, humiliated. Oops, wrong night, Dorkian. Guess you're not honor material. They even humiliated me during a school talent show, signed me up without my consent, labeled me as a comic relief mime. I was booed off stage before I even started. They once held me down in the locker room and drew cartoon fangs on my face with permanent marker. Logan stood over me laughing. Now the freak looks how he feels, like a monster. They once locked me in a porta potty during field day and tipped it over. I came out drenched, and everyone, including teachers, laughed. They created a fake dating profile with my name and used it to catfish another student. When the truth came out, I was blamed for harassment. So when the fire drill began, and Logan said, "Hey Dorkian, you forgot your bag. It's in the janitor's closet. Better grab it before the fire eats it." I hesitated. What? Now! Ben shoved me hard toward the east wing. I went, stupidly. As soon as I stepped in, they slammed the door. Clicked the lock. "Bye-bye, closet goblin." I screamed, pounded. They were laughing. Their laughter echoed, wicked and triumphant. And then I smelled it. Smoke. At first, I thought it was a prank, a smoke bomb or something. But then the heat started seeping through the walls. The smoke crept in like a vengeful ghost. I screamed. I clawed. I passed out. I woke up in the hospital. Second-degree burns on my back, a scar down my jawline. Smoke damage in my lungs that would make me cough like a 90-year-old every winter. I also suffered from PTSD, insomnia, and recurring night terrors for years. For a time, I couldn't even walk past a janitor's closet without freezing. The worst part? No one was punished. Logan claimed he never saw me. Sean said I ran back in for my inhaler. The CCTV cameras were mysteriously offline that day. They got medals for helping other students. I got therapy. My parents? They begged me to let it go. Said, "Don't cause trouble for other families." They were more concerned with fitting in than standing up for me. I dropped out 2 years later, finished school online, moved far away, changed everything, except my name. I wanted them to remember it. Years later, I became a journalist. Ironic, huh? The quiet kid finding his voice. I wrote about politics, exposés, corporate lies. I started making waves, just not with my name in the byline. Pen names, anonymous tips. I had power, finally. Then I saw his face. Logan Mercer. Senator Logan Mercer, to be exact. Youngest ever in my state. Champion for youth empowerment. Face of the future. My past had become my present. It started small. I noticed funding discrepancies in one of his youth programs. Dug deeper, fake shell organizations, donors laundering cash, bribes, extortion. I had it all. Then I dug deeper into the man himself. Interviewed former aides. I got footage, hidden camera clips of Logan berating interns, slamming doors, threatening junior staff. Still the same bully, just a bigger office. One video showed him grabbing an aide's phone and throwing it against a wall. Another, he mocked a young employee's stutter, called him Dorkian 2.0. Another clip showed him humiliating an intern for spilling coffee. "Are you blind or just brain dead? You're lucky I don't have you mopping restrooms with your tie." In one particular video, Logan screamed at a nervous intern during a fundraiser event, publicly ridiculing her speech impediment, while guests looked on awkwardly. "If you can't say 3 words without stuttering, maybe go work in radio. Oh wait, you'd still fail." In yet another clip, he mocked an intern's anxiety attack, mimicking her breathing and shouting, "Breathe in, breathe out. Wait, do we need a paper bag for the drama queen?" I had everything I needed. I requested for an interview, and he accepted. "Thanks for coming, Senator Mercer," I said, shaking his hand. "Always a pleasure to speak to the press." He smiled, perfect as ever. "Let's begin," I said, clicking on my recorder. He didn't recognize me. Good. I had shaved my head years ago, grew a beard. I was nothing like that kid he left in a smoke-filled coffin. Halfway through, I changed the script. "Do you remember Dorian Wells?" He paused, then laughed. "That name sounds familiar. One of the youth scholarship kids?" "No, the kid you locked in the janitor's closet." "I don't..." He stiffened. "Don't lie. I have recordings, hospital files, employee testimonies, footage, but I'm not here to sue you." "Then what do you want? Money?" "No, I want an apology. On live TV, look into the camera and say what you did. Say my name, admit it. No spin, no PR. That'll ruin me." "You ruined me. Deal, or I go public with the corruption, the staff abuse, the video of you calling your assistant a slimy worm." "You're just a journalist. I have connections. The press works for me." "Then you might want to say hi to the hidden mic in your tie." He turned pale. I leaned in. "Public confession or public execution. Your choice." He agreed. We aired it on the network I freelanced for. Prime time. He sat under hot lights, face pale. "I'm here to confess. My name is Logan Mercer, and when I was in middle school, I bullied a student named Dorian Wells. I locked him in a closet during a drill. A fire broke out. He almost died." Silence. Then something unexpected happened. His eyes welled up. "I didn't just bully him. I led others too. I made his life hell, and I kept going. I took that same hunger for power into politics. I hurt people. I covered crimes. I'm not fit to serve." He broke. He started crying, blubbering, rambling names, dates, secrets, everything. I didn't stop the camera. By the end of the week, half the party had resigned. Investigations opened. Logan was arrested 2 days later for fraud and obstruction. I published the full story. Under my real name, it went viral. Logan's wife divorced him. His kids changed their last names. His own brother cut ties, calling him a disgrace to the family name. He was ordered to repay over $2.3 million in embezzled funds. Civil lawsuits poured in. He lost everything. Last I heard, He was delivering groceries. Someone slashed his car tires. Another threw eggs at him. Once, while dropping off a package, someone pointed and shouted,
Hey, isn't that the rude politician who bullied a kid and stole from youth programs?
Laughter followed him back to his car. Justice didn't come gently. It came like fire. Then one night, I received a letter. Dear Dorian, I'm sorry. Not because I got caught, but because I finally see what I became. Thank you for making me face it. I hope one day you find peace. Logan, people think revenge means destroying someone. Sometimes it's about revealing who they really are. Hi, my name is Dorian Wells, and I'm finally free. Thanks for watching.